오, 오, 오호호호. 응? 응? 호호! Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Ooh. Woo, 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 woo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Today,
What is it?
you have to guess. Okay,
Oh.
it's that. See if you spot anything different.
Tech news?
The USB Implementers Forum has yet again angered fans of reasonable naming conventions with the announcement of USB 4 version 2.0. Yeah, now this wouldn't even be that bad in a vacuum. USB 4 V2, you know?
Yeah.
I can see that, annoying, but I could get used to it.
What gen, though?
There's no gens anymore. The really annoying thing is it represents yet another departure from previous USB naming schemes, which were responsible for monstrosities like USB 3.2 Gen 2 by 2. Why couldn't they just call this USB 4.1? That would. Well, as developer Benson Lung points out, the term version means that this announcement is mainly geared towards developers who know that this is simply the second version of the spec document for USB 4. Instead of seeing USB 4 version 2.0 on a product box, consumers will probably see USB 4 20 gigabits per second or USB 4 80 gigabits per second.
Actually acceptable.
Which is actually more syllables and is worse.
But comprehensible.
Come on, Benson! JK, I appreciate the tweets. He tweeted at us.
Hi.
Good news, if you didn't pick up on it just there, is that version 2.0 could allow your existing USB 4 cables to support 80 gigabits per second, double their current max speed, depending on the cable.
Shut the front door.
I won't. Maybe this is just a fact of life, you know? Things get faster, and then they make less sense. Einstein knew about this. The debate around AI art has been inflamed once more, following the news that a man named Jason Allen won a Colorado State Fair art competition by submitting an AI-generated image. The twist? Jason Allen is an AI. Allen actually submitted the image as Jason Allen via Midjourney, the name of the art generator he used, but State Fair judges in Colorado understandably didn't appear to know what that implied.
Oh, he's coming from Midjourney.
And Allen didn't seem to think it was necessary to be more explicit about how the artwork came about, since he used a special prompt, which he will be publishing at a later date.
That's art, baby.
Now, the idea of creating prompts as a specialized skill might seem weird, but already there are marketplaces like PromptBase where such special prompts are being sold by prompt engineers.
Quitting.
James and I talked about this for half an hour yesterday on TalkLink, so listen to that if you need some time to process this wild new reality.
We're really smart.
It's happening. And processor design company ARM has sued one of its biggest licensees, processor design company Qualcomm, over the latter's acquisition of processor design company Nuvia over a year ago. It's a bit of a Cain and Abel situation. They're just attacking. You know about the Bible? See, ARM's upset because Nuvia's license to develop chips using ARM technology expired in March and mostly covered the creation of server CPUs. But Qualcomm is making chips for laptops, smartphones, cars, and more, which was covered by Qualcomm's license, under which Nuvia should technically now fall. It's a weird case, made all the more confusing by the fact that ARM only stands to gain if Qualcomm succeeds in the laptop and server markets, where ARM-based tech isn't as strong as x86. It's like shooting yourself in the foot trying to hit a spider, but the spider's trying to steal your shoe. It's trying to get away with it, so you shoot and oops!
Spiders have?
Too many. Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by EK Fluid Gaming, provider of custom water-cooled and all-in-one gaming PCs. They're the coolest PCs I've ever met. Right now, you can get up to $2,000 off a range of their gaming PCs with deals on everything from your first gaming rig to a fully liquid-cooled RTX 3090 powered system. Each computer is built to order with tailored EK water cooling and a 3-year warranty. For those on a budget, there's available 0% financing options and a variety of builds at different price points. So check them out at the link below. Quick Bits weren't always like this. They were different before. Intel has held up their promise to show how competitive their Arc gaming GPUs are against NVIDIA's offerings when it comes to ray tracing. Blue Dudes, Tom Peterson and Ryan Shrout posted a new video to the Intel graphics channel today with benchmarks showing the Arc A770 performing about 14% better on average than an RTX 3060 in 1080p gaming with ray tracing enabled. You know, they're really trying, you know? And I honestly feel like bumping that 14% up a few points just for that. Like, good job, guys. Love a positive attitude. Google has expanded user choice billing for the Play Store from the European Economic Area to include now India, Australia, Indonesia, and Japan.
What about us?
Nope. we're not special. Where developers will now be able to apply to accept payment methods other than Google Pay. If developers are approved, they'll get a 4% discount on Play Store fees, which could mean devs that already qualify for a lower 15% standard cut could pay as little as 11%. That's not bad. See, corporations can do good things. You just have to continually mount public campaigns and threaten them with lawsuits and federal regulation. That's how it's always been. That's how the cavemen did it. The US government has banned chip makers like NVIDIA and AMD from selling their most powerful AI processors to China in order to prevent such chips from being potentially used by the Chinese military. Much better to force them to innovate and possibly create something even more powerful.
Only a matter of time.
NVIDIA will, however, be allowed to continue producing its flagship H100 chips in China, but once a chip is finished, it must be sealed in wax and launched out of a cannon over the sea to land safely in America.
We'll be waiting with our mouths open.
Ohio-based company Folio Photonics thinks they have the answer to the problem of long-term data storage. CD freaking ROMs. Okay, they're not CDs. They're called active disks, which can store up to a terabyte for more than a century while being resistant to changes in temperature and humidity and being immune to radiation and electromagnetic pulses. You would. They're also like $5 a terabyte, so the cockroaches are gonna go wild for these things. Because when a nuke happens. And Halo Infinite's developers, 343 Industries, have announced that the game will not support split-screen co-op, a favorite feature seen as a franchise staple among hardcore Halo fans. Yeah, the news comes after company representatives explicitly addressed earlier games' lack of the feature and promised it would return in both 2017 and 2019. This is only one of the many complaints gamers have about this particular game, and virtually every other game. We are done making this tech link. Come back on Monday for more tech news, and you can let me know if you spotted the new weird thing. It was weird. They're gonna get me. Tech news. It's what we all want, and now we all can. And that's TechLink. This week, frustrated tech nerds had to deal with news outlets circulating the shocking revelation that the iOS apps for Facebook and Instagram track user activity inside their in-app browsers. My whole reality is gone.
Mark, how could you?
I will say that the source of the story, a blog post by developer Felix Krause, is interesting because it finds direct evidence that Meta's apps inject JavaScript code into every website a user visits using those apps' built-in browsers, which allows the monitoring of links clicked on, text input, and screenshots. Meta actually responded to Krause and gave him a bit more details about how things actually work, which is almost enough to forgive them. Good job. I guess people think this is a big deal because Apple's app tracking transparency feature was supposed to prevent this kind of thing, which is why Meta waged a PR campaign against it. And now all the iPhone users who are like, phew, thanks, Apple, I'm safe now, are getting a little bit of a wake-up.
Not safe. You're never safe.
Yes, Meta tracks you to the maximum it possibly can, and you should have known that, but I guess now we know a bit more how they do it. Intel is persevering in marketing its ARC gaming graphics cards despite recent rumors that the whole product line could be delayed or even shut down altogether. And that's what it means to be Team Blue. Team Blue. You're supposed to chant. Anyways, Blue Boys Ryan Shroud and Tom Peterson can be seen in a new video comparing the ARC A750's performance to that of an NVIDIA RTX 3060, and the graphics guys appear to be pretty honest about the fact that the A750 wins some, loses some, and ties some, unlike whoever's in charge of Intel's CPU marketing. Sure, it's only DX12 and Vulkan-compatible games that are being compared, which gives ARC cards a bit more performance than in DX11 and OpenGL, but are any of us cheering for Intel to not release these cards? Just get them out there. Sure, they might not be the best, but you still gotta send it.
I don't want the option to buy it.
Get it out of my sight! And TikTok parent company ByteDance has at least 300 employees who used to work for Chinese state-owned media, and a dozen or so may still do so, according to a new report from Forbes. find it hard to imagine working 30 hours a day for 2 employers, but who knows? The report's writers based their claims off ByteDance staff's LinkedIn profiles, insinuating that the Chinese government may have some control over the company's operation. But some analysts are pointing out that being, any kind of journalist in China essentially means working for state media, because almost all media outlets are state media. But of course, some analysts would say that, especially since the official guidance in ByteDance's official PR handbook, leaked by Gizmodo, instructs employees to downplay the fact that TikTok or ByteDance has any affiliation to China at all. Affiliation with China. As we pointed out many times here, you're being tracked by Meta, China, maybe some aliens. There's a bunch of people. Living in the woods is still an option. Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by PostHog, a suite of product and data tools built on the modern data stack. It's got everything product teams need: analytics, heat maps, session recording, and more, all in one easy-to-use platform. Best of all, PostHog is open source, so you can host it on your own infrastructure, giving you greater control over who has access to your users' data. PostHog's app system works seamlessly with tools such as data warehouses, both for importing and exporting data. Take your product analysis to the next level with PostHog using the link below. Oh, Quick Bits? Ah, those are the best. I love those guys. Those little deuterinos. Last week, Meta released an AI chatbot called BlenderBot 3 as a way to research conversational AI, and the internet has pretty quickly gotten it to bite the hand that feeds. Asked about Mark Zuckerberg, the bot told reporters that he did a terrible job testifying before Congress and that it's concerned for our country. The AI went on to say Zuck exploits people for money and he doesn't care. However, it did admit to PC Gamer that Mark is cooler than Dragon Age. So maybe there's some parental love there. Amazon-owned MGM Television has announced Ring Nation, a new reality show featuring lighthearted content captured on Amazon-owned Ring security cameras. You know, the ones that have repeatedly given police their footage without user consent. It seems like the show, which is hosted by Wanda Sykes, will only consist of content willfully submitted by Ringcam owners, but this is only a step or two away from a Black Mirror episode, so it still gives me the weebie-jeebies. That's what I call it. You thought Samsung foldable phones were the only ones in town? Well, yeah, they pretty much are, in North America at least, but Chinese customers will soon have the option to get the new Moto Razr 2022 with a bigger 144Hz display and a new dual camera system, or Xiaomi's new Mix Fold 2, which looks just like the Galaxy Z Fold 4, but thinner. This has been your semi-occasional reminder that yes, folding phones are a thing, they're just still too expensive. Don't worry, we'll keep you posted. Google's faith in Stadia has sunk so low that it's begun helping users jump into games on other cloud gaming platforms.
We all agree there.
Some users spotted a play button next to some game titles in Google search results recently, which took them right to that game's page on GeForce Now, Xbox Cloud Gaming, Amazon Luna, and yeah, of course it did it for Stadia as well. Maybe Google's taking more of like a hard parenting approach now. Like Stadia's got to enter the real world sometime.
Tough love, Stadia.
You can't just stay on the bench. You gotta get up. It's gonna get up. And a utility company called National Grid has partnered with the city of Melrose, Massachusetts to install EV chargers mounted up on telephone poles as a prank. Can't get to them.
What?
Good job. Good luck.
Lol, we still like oil.
No, just kidding. You connect with your phone and the charger lowers the cord down. This is a great idea. I didn't put this in here for any other reason.
Like, no, you're trapping them.
And I wish there were more of stories like that, but we're fresh out. Come back on Monday for more, and don't let anyone tell you different. Whoa. People ask me, hey, how do you come up with all those wacky stories for TechLink? There's some weird words you say, like Google, Microsoft. How do you come up with those? And I don't know. I was just always creative. But if you think you can do better, TechLink is hiring writers. Check the link in the description to apply. It's important. Valve's Steam Deck has brought PC gamers a level of handheld gaming joy that they weren't sure they'd ever get. And that joy is only expected to increase if the company isn't lying in their newly released book. The PDF goes over Valve's company history and why they even bothered to make the Steam Deck in the first place, which could be beneficial to partners about to sell the console in Asia. But the real beneficial parts, for us, were the passages referencing new versions of the Steam Deck. and calling the Deck and SteamOS a multi-generational product line.
Double decker.
Ba-boom. They release it. It's just a big. That makes it sound like a Steam Deck 2 is definitely in the works, although knowing Valve, there absolutely will not be a Steam Deck 3, so they should probably just put 2 generations in there instead. You know what I mean? It's never going to happen. Hey, and another fun thing, Valve included a reference to Linus and Alex slapping a heatsink on the back of the deck, but then say they don't recommend it? Rude. NVIDIA's leather-loving CEO, Jensen Huang, told investors during the company's latest earnings call that Team Green is dealing with excess inventory of RTX 3000 GPUs. That sounds horrible. It's like Scrooge McDuck's money pool, but with graphics cards. It just hurts. So NVIDIA will be cutting prices of current-gen cards to make way for the RTX 40 series, which Jensen said he'd be revealing some details about at GTC in December. This could be good news for PC gamers if retailers decide to pass on the savings, but anyone hoping to pick up a PS5 outside of the US isn't going to be so lucky, as Sony announced they're raising the price of their consoles in non-American markets. Why? Inflation. It's an economic force. You can't do anything about it. It just happens. Except Microsoft can do something, apparently. They said prices of Xbox consoles will not be rising. And Nintendo also said they wouldn't be raising the price of the Switch, because that would be insane. The console is 5 years old. Nintendo, you didn't need a press release for that. What is wrong with this company? Don't worry. We won't sue you. And a recent cyber attack is drawing interest not because of the amount of credentials compromised, but because of the amount of companies targeted. It's not a competition. Leave that laptop away. More than 135 organizations, including DoorDash, Signal, and Cloudflare, were attacked by the campaign dubbed Octopus by security research firm Group IB because of its connection with Okta, the single sign-on service used by the campaign's first victims. Login credentials for nearly 10,000 individuals were stolen by the hackers, who used relatively simple phishing tactics to compromise users' two-factor authentication using what? Say it with me. Text message-based 2FA. Use an authenticator app or a USB key. These hacks are a lot harder to do, which is why Cloudflare in particular did not have any credentials compromised. Confiscate your parents' phones and get them up to speed. It's okay to reverse the power dynamic in this situation. I'm the boss now, Mom. Now it's time for Quick Bits, brought to you by Epidemic Sound, provider of high-quality, professionally produced music and sound effects for video creators, marketers, and anyone in need of some bussin' beats. Not mean?
Boy.
Epidemic has personal and commercial plans so you can get licenses to cover whatever medium you're working with. Choose from tens of thousands of diverse and original sound effects and tracks, and use Epidemic's ear feature to select specific portions of any track to search for similar music with the perfect sound you're looking for. Check out Epidemic's free 30-day trial and sign up at the link below. I want to use that term. Here's the part where a new TechLink writer would need to come up with something weird to say along with the phrase Quick Bits, like the wacky thing I just said. SpaceX has announced a partnership with T-Mobile to bring Starlink satellite internet connectivity directly to cell phones next year without requiring a dedicated dish. That's right, internet beamed right from space to your phone and Tesla vehicles later on at the blazing speed of 2 to 4 megabits per second, shared with anyone else in your cell zone. That might be just enough bandwidth to check Elon's Twitter to see what sick meme you just reposted from Reddit. And when you're out in the boonies with no coverage, that could be just what you need to carry on despite the dehydration. Speaking of people who have been on Joe Rogan, Mark Zuckerberg casually mentioned to Joe that Meta's next VR headset will be launching in October. Other rumors point to said headset almost certainly being Project Cambria, a model that's geared more towards professional work use cases than gaming. And that makes sense, given just how unfun Meta's virtual worlds are looking right now. There's no slaying dragons at work unless the dragon is the drop in RQ3 numbers, Carl! 1v1 me in Beat Saber now, or you're fired. Google's brilliant plan to merge its Duo and Meet chat apps into one has had a very expected hiccup. People don't understand what's happening. So after rebranding Duo as Meet and adding an original label to the original Meet, Google has re-added the Duo app as a shortcut to the new Meet, which could sit beside the actual app icon for new meat and the old meat bracket original. James is like, oh, finally, makes sense. Nice one, Google. This sucks. You suck. How long have you had to figure this out? Like a decade? What is this? Do better. You suck. Google prides themselves on finding and notifying other big tech companies of security flaws in their products, but well, who just waltzed in but Microsoft, who found a flaw in Chrome OS, which could be remotely exploited by messing with audio metadata. Google has already fixed the exploit, which was actually reported months ago, but man, they were probably so embarrassed when they did that. This is our job. Okay.
You suck.
You suck. And Corsair is contributing to the whole weird monitor trend that's going on right now with the launch of the Xeneon Flex, a 45-inch, 21:9 ultra-wide OLED gaming monitor that can bend its display to transform from a flat screen to a curved screen. Floof did this on short circuit. How did it feel? Curvy? You can even grab the sides and pull it in yourself to customize the amount of curvature up to an 800R curve. They couldn't let it go any more than that, though, or you'd be sucked into the game. And trust me, you don't want to get stuck in there. Finally, a friend. And Monday is not like Friday, which is why you should come back then for more tech news. Who knows what delights await? Tech news? It's the future. Not you, Google!
I was on eBay the other day for a change, and I noticed the prices that people are asking for new old stock blank cassettes, and they've really shot up in the last couple of years. I mean, they were up there already, but they've just gone crazy now. Just to give you some examples, I've still got some sealed cassettes here. I don't tend to record things onto cassette nowadays, really. I'm using my cassette players as playback devices for my old cassettes. But I do still have some blank cassettes, and they're sealed, and I've perhaps got maybe 20 or so in the house. Just to give you some idea, one of these on eBay, a Fuji DR2, not particularly brilliant cassette, £6. A TDK CDE2, these are some of the cassettes from the tail end of the cassette era, again, £6. The famous TDK SA90, another £6. Now, this is what people are asking for them. This is what I could go on today and buy one of these for. There are people asking a lot more, but generally, around about £6 is the price I could get one of those for. In the late 80s into the early 90s, when I was recording onto cassette, I found that TDK SA90s gave me the best results, so that's just what I tended to use. I could go to my local Woolworths and I'd buy a pack of 3, I think it was £4.99, and that would last me over a month or so. It wasn't a massive expense, and of course I was recording stuff off the radio, off hip-hop radio show that was in Manchester. I'd listened to that on my personal stereo over the course of a week, so it was like a cheap way of having music. And I've still got all those cassettes, every single one of them, because I never re-recorded over any of them. Once I'd filled one up, I then filled another one up, and then I've got this library of cassettes. Anyway, so the Chrome Type 2 tapes, pretty much £6 if you want one on eBay at the moment. Let's go to metal. Sony Metal XR. Now, this was Sony's last metal cassette that was on the market. I believe they stopped selling it 20 years ago. And this is, of course, why these things are expensive, but again, sealed. One of these nowadays, if you go on eBay, £22 for one blank sealed cassette. Barney. Now, let's go up market a little bit more. There were always like posh cassettes back in the day. You know, ones that I would never have bought, but they were for kind of connoisseurs and things. So, for example, a Metal Master 46. This is sealed in its box. Now, I only bought this a few years ago, just to have it as a sort of prop in a video. And I didn't pay too much then. You know how much one of these is now? £160. Now, again, this is what people are asking for them. I'm not saying that people are selling them at that. Maybe no one's buying them, but that's what the prices are if you want to buy one on eBay. Now, just to give you another idea of a kind of upmarket metal cassette, this is one I've got that isn't sealed, and this is a TDK MAXG90. This was one of the sort of top of the range things with a metal case and all of it. Again, another £160. Now, let me tell you about the prices back in the day, because I've got an old What Hi-Fi magazine here. This is from May 2000, and there's an advert in here. I'll put this up on the screen. I think we can fit it over this side somewhere. So if you look down into the Chrome position, the TDK SA90 back then was 68 pence in it. Now remember, I was mentioning that I bought them for I think 3 for a fiver back in the late 80s, early 90s. In 2000, cassettes had fallen out of fashion, so the prices were down there. And of course, this is a discount place as well. But it wasn't like they were getting rid of them in this place. You could buy as many as you wanted to for 68 pence a piece. In fact, in this What Hi-Fi magazine, there's an advert from Richer Sounds. There it is. And in the middle of that page, it says free tape TDK SA90 for every customer. All you had to do was walk in, take that voucher in, and you got an SA90. Nowadays, that will be worth £6. But yeah, going down this list of other prices, if we get into the metal tape, so remember I had that Sony one, which was that one there, the Metal XR, which now goes for £22. In here, they've got it listed as £1.25. So in the year 2000, this was £1.25. Now it's 22 quid. Now, just to give you an idea of inflation, I'm not talking about 2022 when it's gone a bit weird, but the Bank of England have got an inflation calculator, and you can look back as to how much a pound was worth in 2005 to 2021, which is the last full years they've got figures for. So obviously worth £1 in 2000. I think worth £1.58 in 2021. So looking at some of these tapes, they're mostly sort of around about £1 a piece at most until you get into the metal, but even the metals are like £1.25. So if you imagine, really that should be sort of like about £2 nowadays, if of course it wasn't supply and demand issues taking over. So yeah, might have been a good idea to put all your money into cassettes back in the year 2000, mightn't it? The other reason I mention this is, if you notice nowadays, if you were to want to record onto cassette, of course, all these are new old stock, and the reason people are wanting to buy these is because the new cassettes that are out there, most people don't really rate. They think they're a bit rubbish. Now, as I say, I'm not really recording onto cassette nowadays, and I certainly haven't bought any of the new ones, so I can't really comment on those. There are other channels that have done reviews, and I'll link to those in the video description. But overall, I think the consensus is new cassettes aren't as good as old cassettes, and of course, you can't buy new metal tapes Type 4. And the Type 2 that they're trying to sell you nowadays isn't as good as an old Type 1. So if you want proper Type 2 or Type 4 tapes, you've definitely got to buy old. And bear in mind, I mentioned that Sony has stopped making it 20 years ago, so it is getting old now. But even if you just want decent Type 1, you're going to get some old ones as well. So that's why these are so expensive. People don't really like the new tapes, and the old ones diminish the amount of the old stock around. There is an alternative though. If you don't want to pay up for these sealed ones and you don't want to buy the new ones, well, how about just buying some used old cassettes? I've never, as I mentioned, re-recorded on cassettes. It's not something I ever did. And I was just thinking, if I got some of those, would there be issues with them? Are they going to erase all right? I mean, after all, they've had something recorded on them perhaps for 20, 30 years. Is it going to go off it when I try and record over the top? So I've got a few different erasing technologies here I'm going to try. So first off, I've got one of these. I picked this up, a Sony BE9H, and the idea is this is kind of like a cassette box.
You decided you want a subwoofer. You want that bass. Well, what should you do? Should you go with a off-the-shelf setup like this, or should you try to build a custom subwoofer enclosure for the trunk of your car? In theory, this setup should be really easy to install, but the thing is, it's a little bit awkward in the trunk and it takes up all the space. So I bought all these materials because I think I can make a sub box that fits that trunk better. But the real question is, will it sound as good and will it look as good? I'm not sure. I'm Zach, and this is Money Pit, baby! So, you've decided you want a subwoofer. You want that bass, but is a store-bought...
Get the heck off the runway.
Thanks to Hyundai and the 2021 Veloster N for sponsoring this week's episode of Money Pit. Let's go, boys. Hyundai hit us up and they were like, we love how you guys explain stuff. We got a lot of new technology on this car. Can you explain some of our cool tech stuff in one of your award-winning videos on the internet? And I was like, yeah, we got a guy.
Very smart.
We really are big fans.
I love it.
It looks great, it's super fun to drive, and it makes all the right noises. And now it's available with the dual clutch transmission. They call it the NDCT. So an 8-speed DCT is kind of like two 4-speed manuals in the same space. Instead of having to disengage and re-engage the clutch, the system just swaps clutches. You get the direct connection and efficiency of a manual with all the ease of an automatic. One of the big benefits of a DCT is that the shifts are controlled electronically, which means you can tune them. In normal mode, this thing shifts nice and smoothly and comfortably like you want. In sport mode, it shifts a little bit quicker. And in sport plus mode, this thing shifts faster than an M3, kind of like this. A lot of the time, these are tuned for comfort, but if you want to have some fun and rip it, there's a thing called power shift. So above 90% throttle input and above 6,000 RPMs, the car knows to use power shift. It's basically a stomach punch of acceleration. The transmission re-engages with max power, boost and all, as quickly as possible. And because it only engages when you're thrashing it, you can go right back to smooth, comfortable cruising in an instant. Thanks, Joe. All right, man. Okay, we've got the 240 in the garage now, and we're ready to install the entire kicker setup. We're going to install the kicker setup first, then we're going to evaluate how that looks and how it sounds before we take a crack at building our own box. Because for some reason, I think I'm going to be able to do a better job than Kicker did. So now that I know that I want some bass, the question is, well, there are a few questions. How much bass do you want? How much room are you willing to the fuse if it breaks. You just hit the reset button, and it's good for 150 amps. So while this one may seem a little oversized at 150 amps, it's totally fine because we know that this wire can handle 150 amps without getting too hot. It can handle 300 amps. So this will be fine. This will actually be great. Now that we understand all that, we understand how to choose a sub, we understand how to choose an amp to match that sub, and then how to figure out a wiring kit that works for all the stuff you've got. God, we've been talking. Let's go install this stuff in the 240 and start making some bass. Ooh, Phil bringing the house music out today, boy. So as we're wiring this up, you might be wondering whether or not you need an aftermarket head unit to run a subwoofer setup. And it does often make it easier because you do need RCA outputs like these to send a signal to the sub. But you can get converters. If your stock head unit doesn't have that, you can get a converter to add that. So you can add a sub to the stock head unit. There just might be 1 or 2 extra steps. Oftentimes you'll run your remote power, which is what turns the amp on, that one little wire. Oftentimes you'll run, I already have one run to my other amp, so I'm just going to pull from there. It'll be a little bit easier. So now all I need to do is run these RCAs under the carpet, under the interior bits, into the trunk, and then when you're running cables like this through the interior and stuff, you're going to want to make sure that you route them in a way that they're not going to get cut. And it's also a good idea to zip tie them in place so that they don't move once you place them in a safe spot. So now our job that we've got our remote power and our RCAs in here is to wire up the actual power for the amp and the ground, the bigger wires. So first, let's get the wires cut up and sized up for this thing. It'll be pretty easy. We're in the home stretch now, baby. All right, so our amp is all wired up. Now we just need to put the sub in so we can test this setup. So I am going to mount this amp, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. Building a new set box. But for now, I just want to get this thing in, get it working, so we can test it. So for that reason, I'm just going to pull it on top of the door. Now, we'll mount it. All right, so the subwoofer works, and it works so well that we had to leave the house to test it because it's too dang loud, and I respect my neighbors. So we're here at a super secret test facility, and we're going to test how loud this sub gets. Here's what we're going to do. I found a bass tester on YouTube. We're going to use that as the song. It has some mad bass notes to make this thing bump. Then we're going to use a decibel meter right here, about a meter away.
Installation seems pretty straightforward. You got a pretty big crevice here. I don't know, it's pretty deep. So around the seat belt there, and then you just tuck it in the gap.
Honestly, it's a straightforward product. It works. It does what it says. It's non-intrusive.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's pretty convenient and a good product. Honestly, it depends on how much it is, though. I wonder how much it costs.
Yeah, it is all dependent on the price.
Okay, so the price that they were asking for 2 of these is $24.99.
Oh,
It's reasonable.
yeah, I get it. I mean, especially as seen on TV, Shark Tank kind of deal.
How much do you think they were asking when they came into Shark Tank?
$1 million.
I'd say $75,000.
Okay, they were asking $300,000 for 15% stake in the company.
Oh wow, we were all wrong.
Wow.
Completely wrong.
And the offer they got was $300,000 for 20%, and they took it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course they
You
took
got
it.
to.
Yeah, you're not. They didn't invest much of anything into this.
Shark bait or hoo-ha-ha?
I'm gonna say shark bait.
I say shark bait. This is good. I like it. I'm gonna put this in my truck.
Moving on to the next product.
Smoky doorstep here, the boost you need.
So you're gonna hold it down like this, and you're gonna just hook underneath. Look at you, pretty cool.
If the offer was right, I'd sell it.
Okay, a little doorstep that you put in the door latch of your car to reach the roof.
Wow, this is huge.
That is much more substantial. That looks like a piece of cast iron, maybe?
It's metal.
Dude, this is a badass piece of kit right here. It looks like got like a rubberized coating on it for extra grip. Moki doorstep. Let's go test this thing. Okay, so here we have the prime vehicle for what this product's intended for. We got a 4Runner right here with the freaking roof basket that you're gonna want to reach. Let's try. There we go.
Wow, pretty nice. That's pretty good. It worked really well, honestly, and it's easy to remove, easy to reinstall.
Wow. Okay. Honestly, it is a little nervous. Like, kind of wiggles a little bit.
Once you're up there, though, it's pretty stout. Oh no, that doesn't look as good as when I did it.
It's like a little sketch on this one. Oh, yeah, my foot's wiggling. All right, before we break Gabe's car, this thing, it's not universal. Not every car has the latch system that is necessary for one of these, but for like any vehicle that you're going to take camping, like a SUV or a truck, they will have a latch for this. And honestly,
it's a pretty good product.
Pretty good.
So this was one of the few moments in Shark Tank when they bought the whole company.
Okay, I feel like I haven't seen that too often. Moki footstep, shark bait.
So the next product that we're looking at is a product to help you clean your car.
Introducing the Brush Hero.
Whoa.
The Brush Hero easily cuts through dirt and brake dust, blasting through tight spaces around mud ruts, wheel spokes, and grills.
How does it spin?
The water pressure? I think it's water pressure, yeah.
Furniture, barbecues, window screens, pets, and more.
Pets, that dog's chilling.
Amazing amount of torque and is powered only by your garden hose.
All right.
There it is.
Oh, I would use this for dishes. This is cool.
I have some mixed feelings. I have some reservations about this thing. Let's go test it out outside and get all wet. Oh my. Whoa. All right, so here we've got a wheel with a bunch of grime and brake dust on it. Got the brush here attached to our hose. Let's turn her on. You know what?
Seems kind of dead, to be honest.
And the ad said something about incredible torque.
Yeah,
I'm not really feeling that.
Let's see this.
And you're like barely putting pressure on.
Yeah, not really doing much, and it's stopping. Like it's giving up on me.
You kind of have to, for it to spin, you kind of have to let it glide over the wheel.
It's not even getting this like lip grind, you know.
You know those lollipops you get at Kmart?
Oh, I do remember those.
Man.
So I would have to use elbow grease anyway.
Well, we broke it.
I wasn't putting that much pressure.
Yeah, no, it's not great.
In 2021, they made $6 million.
Oh my God! Bravo.
Yeah, that's kind of shocking, honestly. I didn't expect that much.
No one thinks it's hoo-ha-ha. Justin, what do you think?
For what they're advertising, hoo-ha-ha, for sure. There we go. Get it on here.
This thing is pretty silly. So
The Zugo Pet Rocketeer dog safety harness is renowned for being one of the safest dog safety harnesses in the world. These competing dog safety harnesses failed in crash simulation tests. But the Zugo Pet Rocketeer Pack was certified for 25 pounds by the Center for Pet Safety with a perfect 5-star review.
Is it okay for them to hang like that, though?
It's really funny to see them hanging like they're in like a mech suit, Neon Genesis Evangelion or something. That's really funny. Let's go find a small dog and test this on it.
Luckily, there's 3 in the office today.
We got a wide selection today. Okay. Does it just go like this? We're not going to be testing this in motion. This car doesn't drive. Let's just get Roscoe in here. We're going to respect Roscoe. We love Roscoe. He's our office mascot. He's not really, he's not digging it.
You just have to.
Come on.
I'm sorry, Roscoe.
Come on, bud. You're okay. He's not responding well.
Straight up.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. Okay. Here you go, bud. Here you go. I think you gotta like train your dog from a young age to want to even do this sort of thing. All right, Mello.
Mello might be a little more chill.
Whoa. Good boy, Mello. Okay, that's a good boy. We feed the tail through the harness. Okay. He's also not feeling it. Put the tail through. This is fucked up, man. I give up, dude.
I'm sorry.
So that was a total failure. Yeah, I don't know about this product.
how much do they get retails for?
I think they're charging way too much for this.
Yeah, it's $175, but it's on sale for $105.
Oh my God.
This doesn't make sense to me.
Dogs are not airborne creatures. They belong on the ground.
Yeah,
the ground.
and there's no stability sideways. If you take a quick turn, I think this is hoo-ha. This is crap, honestly.
I mean, just look at the toxins. It's like, are you kidding me with this shit right here?
And then you're gonna film it?
Our next product is not something that's really a car product, but I was thinking, maybe you're falling asleep on the road and this would really help you out to keep you awake.
Hey Sharks, we have a new best friend for your nose. Introducing Boom Boom.
Just unscrew the cap, place the barrel inside each nostril, and inhale slowly but deeply.
With each inhale, you'll experience a cooling, tingly sensation that makes you feel alive.
Which flavor would you like to try, Justin? We got tropical, mint, and winter mint. Tropical.
That is the most popular one.
Well, I
bet mint burns.
Go for it. Take a big whiff.
Oh, whoa. That's great.
Yeah. Is this like smelling salts?
Isn't that nice?
Whoa!
Yo, I kind of like this.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm into this.
Whoa. Is there a dosage limit?
Yeah.
I've done a lot of these.
What's in this?
It's just it's a variety of aromatherapy. Just essential oils, essentially.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So you think this would help on the road to keep you up?
I don't know. If
At least for a
actually
little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
As much as I like this, I can't really think of a use for it.
Yeah. Other than just that brief bit of excitement.
What do you think? Shark bait or hoo-ha-ha?
I say shark bait.
Shark bait? Okay, yeah, I'm going to go hoo-ha-ha on this one. So, split decision.
Oh.
Airbeds with a Z.
The Z means it's extreme.
Upgraded air mattress that utilizes the entire back of your truck.
from bag to bed in 2.5 minutes.
Oh, it folds itself.
So this thing can hold 2,500 pounds.
2,500 pounds.
Seen that video before. All right, so we actually didn't even have to buy this one because Jeremiah already bought it. So we'll get his owner review in a few. Nice. All right, that was about 2.5 minutes. So how about we
This thing's
hop
pretty
in there?
sick.
How's it feel, Justin?
Oh my god. I mean, I could just go off road right now and go find somewhere to chill.
Oh yeah.
We could fit a Jimmy in here. We can go 3.
Hey guys.
Hey. This would not be ideal, but we could do this. Yeah, this is totally doable.
Easy. You guys don't worry about my night terrors.
This is pretty damn comfy, dude.
Yeah.
That air mattress sure made me sleepy, Justin. How's it treated you so far?
I've used it, I don't know, probably 8 or 9 times, and it's great. Apparently, you can run a car over it.
It's amazing how far air mattress technology has come in the last decade.
Right?
That's right. Yeah.
No more bike pumps. So is this company still in business?
This company is still in business, yes. The Sharks made no offer. You wanted $250,000 for 15%. I think they were just a little skeptical on the sales and stuff.
It's a cool product. I'm going to say shark bait.
Yeah, shark bait for sure.
All right, up next is a toolbox with an interesting twist.
Is that a toolbox?
No, it's the cool box.
This can charge your phone?
Yeah, it's got a built-in rechargeable battery.
Nice.
Yeah, it has wireless Bluetooth speakers on the front. But can it hold my tools?
Okay, honey, I approve.
My damn wife, she's always giving me gruff about my normal toolbox. Luckily, she approves of my cool box.
On the bookshelf. All right, come here. Give me. Okay, all right. All right, cool. Oh, there's space in here.
Yeah, well, you can put some ice in there. Comes with a little light. It's actually charging. Oh, look
Sick.
at that.
This is awesome. It can hold tools. It has your normal toolbox stuff.
You guys want to try and hook your phone up?
Sure.
It's got speakers.
Okay, this is from Royalty Free Music Lab.
How's the bass?
Not very good.
The speakers actually do sound pretty good.
When your head is right next to it.
I'm going to take this.
Okay.
I want it. I've been looking for something like this for my car.
Needs a good donut sticker on it.
It does.
So they wanted $500,000 for 10%.
Ooh.
They ended up getting a $500,000 line of credit at 5% interest for 15% equity.
You know, I don't know about business. I don't know if that's a good deal.
Shark bait or hoo-ha-ha?
Shark bait.
I'm gonna say shark bait.
Yeah, total shark bait, whatever that means.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Bye, Nolan.
All right, our next product is something we've actually tested on this channel before, but Justin and I have not ever tested it. It's called the Sauce Moto.
We took fate into our own hands and molded from the clay of the earth the Sauce Moto Dip Clip, a condiment holder designed specifically for your car.
For sauce people, I guess if this is something you need.
I'm gonna be disappointed, but if this does like more than like $10 in sales, I'm gonna be like astounded.
This is a Wish.com product.
Why does it come in a jerky bag? Get 2 of them, Justin. One for me, one for you, bud.
Cool logo. It looks like a big pile of poo, but I mean, whatever. When you read it, it says sauce. So
the annual sales for this is $400 million.
No, it's not. No, it's not. 400 annual?
This makes, because it's super easy to make. They actually did a good job making it.
It feels
this
solid.
is pretty good.
We're going to go out and drive over some bumps and see if these things really hold up.
All right. All right, we've got the Sauce Motos hooked up to our vents. Justin, you brought along some sauce. You got some mustard. We got some ketchup packets. Wow. Okay, you don't have to overfill it.
I've overweighted the vents.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, we're good. Yeah, how about some delicious Cool Ranch Doritos?
And mustard. Mustard can do it.
Let me try one of those. A relatively rigid vehicle here. Our Golf has some KW suspension on it, which while being performance suspension, it is a little rough.
Damn, that's good too.
Cool ranch with ketchup.
Yeah.
Oh,
That one hit good.
Dude, we're discovering new flavor profiles. That's so good. The sauce motor is holding on to the sauce for dear life.
But the vent is giving up. So let me put it on the lower one. And bam.
Oh, there we go. You just gotta like place it correctly. There's no chance that's spilling.
Nope. Unless we flip.
Okay, Justin. What's your verdict on the sauce motor?
It worked, you know?
I was kind of pessimistic about this and thought it was stupid, but for what it is, it's probably the best product for the job. So
Yeah.
shark bait for me, man.
Shark bait for sure.
Okay, so we have one final product that we got to test.
Okay.
It's getting late in the summer.
Hello everyone, thanks for coming back to Perry's Custom Cards. Here I'm going to demonstrate, hello everyone, how easel card works. Perry's Custom Cards. So you put your, here I'm going to demonstrate, hello everyone, how easel card works. Perry's Custom Cards. So you put your, here I'm going to demonstrate, hello everyone, how easel card works. Perry's Custom Cards. So you put your, here I'm going to demonstrate, hello everyone, how easel card works. Perry's Custom Cards. So you put your, here I'm going to demonstrate, hello everyone, how easel card works. stands up. So up behind that star and this here little gadget, up behind the Beatles, top of the frame, and over at the Pirate, at those 3 spots there. So that's how you display your card. And there you go. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great day. Bye.
And now I play games on the internet. You found a 1909 in a whole box of $25 of them, and you found 83 old pennies like Wheaties. Cool. 83 Wheaties. I think that's what you mean. All right, the same one I hate so much, the stupid roll-off. Really bad at this one, so be prepared to laugh your ass off, basically. What's that about? What's that all about there, son? Oh, did the front door open?
Oh, it's me coming out of my house.
Oh.
My living room. I'm gonna have to get dinner.
Ah.
I opened the door and the cat was just right in front of my door. Why?
I have a real problem with this one. This is one of my hardest ones.
It's all about timing and spacing.
Oh, it's all about timing and spacing, all right, but I just blew it. Couldn't see myself. One of these days I'm going to figure out. For me, this one is about how... I'm just being an idiot now. Yeah, just being an idiot. Just waiting for the time to end, I suppose. That's what it seems like. I hear the timer. To make it to that anyway. But I don't. Yeah, no. Can't make it any farther. Forget it. That's my hardest one, those rolls. I'm getting better at them, but I'm still horrible at them. I need something other than those to start the game. Or I need those another 100 times, whichever of the two of those is right. Right. Look, if a door is fake, it's not a door, so you know. It's a wall. It looks like a door. Don't tell me some of the doors are fake. There are no fake doors. Only walls that look like doors. Where am I in the crowd? I am right in the back. But nobody in front of me, so I'm going to sprint to the front and go for the door dead ahead. All right, it's a good one. Going straight ahead, we're not stopping for nothing. Good one. Now it's not going to be right in front of me. Oh, right over here. Oops. Lost my momentum there. And my computer froze again. Junk. So how old of a Canadian penny are you, May, looking for? Not really looking for pennies, honestly. I'm going to reboot this computer. I shall return. It's been nice.